Napa. The Kings of Napa. This was a ride. This was a whole ride tonight. All right, y'all. What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel. TammyTalks here. Let's get into Kings of Napa Season 1, Episode 1. If you are brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns of different TV shows. If you enjoy this type of content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, and hop into the comment section. It's so much to talk about. Like, so much just happened in these past 60 minutes. All right, y'all. So, for once, the opulence. They are rich on here. Not just, rich. They are rich. The house, they own the vineyard. Everybody's real melanated and beautiful, and wow. So the episode starts off with August King, and she is calling her brothers and her sister and her cousin to make sure that her brothers and her cousin, to make sure that everyone is at the family dinner because she is going to be making a pitch. She needs everyone there. Her brother Dana, who is clearly her arch rival in the show, tells her, family dinner, we don't do marketing campaigns. We don't talk work at family dinner. You know that. So he calls and tells her. And when she calls her mother was like, we don't talk work, no marketing pitches at family dinner. That's her rule. So we get to family dinner. Before that, her father, we meet Reginald King. So he is a surgeon who bought this vineyard. The entire family runs it together. So he's outside smoking a cigar, just like enjoying the fruits of his labor, enjoying his wealth, right? So he's talking to August and he's telling her to enjoy yourself, life is short, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of knew from there, the way that the father was sitting out, I said, oh, he about to die. He's going to die. I could just tell something was in my spirit. I'm like, he's going to die because one, this is OWN. Two, black shows like this, they always make the father die. So we're at dinner and everyone is talking and they're trying to pick where they want to go for the family dinner. And they're throwing out lavish, lush places, the Maldives and all these other exotic places. And the father is like, let's just go to Martha's Vineyard. Y'all begged me to buy the damn house there. And it is crazy how they're all talking. And he's like, okay, August, you wanted to make a pitch about something. Go ahead and make your pitch. So August wants to pitch the idea of a dessert wine. She wants to add to the repertoire that they have right now. They have 6 different wines. Her brother is like, it better not be my bourbon line. Apparently her brother, Christian, wants them to do a bourbon line. Dana, who, I want to know the ages of everybody, but Dana speaks up and it's like, nope, we don't need to do that. We don't have the money for that. We need to stick with what we know, stick with what the restaurants are going to want to buy from us. And to him, that is, why don't we do another limited edition white? And August is like, we did that 2 years ago. The mother Vanessa chimes in and it's like, yeah, and it worked out. So let's do that again. So Dana and August are going back and forth. And the father is finally like, damn it, enough. Like, with this, sick of all this damn yelling and arguing, like, y'all have been going at it like this since y'all were kids. All of a sudden, he grabs his chest and I said, this is it. Of course, he falls out. We come back from commercial break and I'll be damned if we had a funeral. I said, we didn't even get a CPR segment. We didn't get a hospital scene. Straight and utterly to the point. And yeah, he died. So Reggie passed away. So we're at the funeral. We meet Reggie's sister, Yvette. And she's talking about how no one expected her brothers to succeed because he was a surgeon that went out and bought a vineyard kind of on a whim. So people are kind of like, okay, what is that going to do? So Christian is sitting next to his aunt and he notices the competition is all there. And he's like, yeah, everybody's just kind of waiting for us to fail to come in and take our spot. So they're getting ready to walk in for the family processional, and August gets a text from seemingly an ex who is telling, offering his condolences for her father. And she's like, why is he texting me? And I thought it was like just random that they threw that in, but it actually comes to be important later in the episode. So while they're at the repast, everyone's at the family's house. They're all standing around talking. Dana walks over with his wife and it's like, we need to have a meeting tomorrow. We need to get this shit all taken care of. We need to, get stuff in order, because he is assuming that he is going to get, he's going to be in charge of the vineyard, in charge of the company. So now we're at the reading of the will. And we know, and we've watched enough black TV shows and movies, and hell, lived through enough black reading of wills to know that it never goes smooth. So his sister Yvette is going to become VP of operations. Bridget, who is the niece, will remain as like the manager of the vineyard. And she's going to get a nice hefty raise. Christian is going to remain, I forgot what he was. He was the manager of something. He's going to remain that. And then he also got money to start the bourbon business that he wanted. Dana's wife, will remain as PR and publicity as long as they are married. So if y'all get divorced, it's a wrap for you, sweetheart. Dana will stay on as CFO and handle the financials, and August becomes president of the company. Dana is immediately pissed because he feels that he should have gotten the job. He's yelling at the man that's reading the will, and it's like, Dana, don't do this. Dana is going to work my everlasting nerve. I can feel it, because Dana's doing too much and not doing it well. He's getting on my nerves already. So all of a sudden, the family's standing around talking, and Melanie walks in, who is Vanessa's sister, Bridget's mother. And Vanessa is like, what are you doing here? Because she obviously didn't come to the service. And she's like, we need to talk in private. And she's like, it's fine, let's talk. And she's like, no, it's important. We need to talk in private. And Vanessa's like, girl, what is it? Like, get it out. Melanie says that I loaned Reggie $10 million from my pharmaceutical company. I want my money back. I need my money back. And I said, $10 million? And apparently Vanessa is like, you're a liar. You've been lying since we were younger. You lied about Denzel waving at you. You lied about being a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. You lied. And Melanie is on some, I lied when I was 20. I don't lie now. What are you even, like, why are you doing this? Why would I lie about this? And everybody's kind of looking like, he ain't borrowed no money from you. So then Vanessa is like, you're a liar, just like you lied about when Bridget's dad died. We never got to meet him, so you lied about that. And then she's like, I didn't lie about that. Bridget's father is Reggie. And I said, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord, why did he have to be backsliding? And so now everybody is looking like, what the fuck just happened? So it comes to find out, you slept with my husband. When the last time you talked to him? And it's like, well, I talked to him just 2 weeks ago. And Vanessa's like, what is going on? So basically, I haven't talked to you. You can barely talk to me for, 5 to 10 minutes, but you keep keying on the phone with my husband. Mess. So Bridget apparently runs out, and it's like everything is just shot to shit. And Bridget is like, you're a liar, talking to her mother. You've been taking me to a grave every year. And I said, Lord, why can't you just tell her that you don't know who her father is? Whose grave are y'all going to? The ignorance, the foolishness of you to go to somebody else's grave because you can't even tell your own daughter who her... I can't. Like, that is crazy that you would go to that length to do that. So now we have Christian and August, and they're talking about whether they think their Aunt Melanie is lying. And they're like, I don't know. And then Christian is like, I did see Dad, crying a couple weeks ago. So the two of them are like, we got to figure out what's what. So they're trying to figure out where they can start looking through some papers and try to find out, let's look through the records and see if we can find any paperwork that he really did, borrow some money from her. So while they're doing that, August gets this bright idea to look up the law firm. Come to find out, her ex-boyfriend has been texting her really because he is working for the law firm and he is the one that's handling the aunt's case. I said, Lord have mercy, that's messy. Whoo. So Vanessa's walking through the house, bottle of wine, because when you have a winery in a vineyard, you can get high off your own supply, basically. So Vanessa she sees Dana, who comes up to her, and it's like, can we talk about me being president? Dana, read the room. No one is talking about that. I cannot believe Dana. That's why I said Dana's going to work my nerves. Because come on now. You just found out that your cousin is really your half-sister. And you still worried about finding out if you're going to be, if you can run the company? Not right now, baby. Not right now. So Vanessa asked Dana, did you know that your father borrowed the money? And he was like, no, Daddy used to cook the books. So Vanessa tells him, this is why your dad didn't put you in charge, because you can't even do your damn job right. And I said, don't do that, Vanessa. I know you're hurt. I know you're upset, but don't do that. That is not Dana's fault. That is not Dana's fault. So August is up talking to her mother in the room. She's going through typical female grieving. She got all these snacks and she's drinking. And she said that, you know what, Bridget is not to set foot back in my winery or in my house. And August is like, no. Bridget, she didn't do anything. And I feel the same way. Don't take this out on Bridget because your sister was a hoe. Don't take this out on Bridget because your husband was a hoe. Don't do that, but she don't want Bridget working with them no more. So August meets up with her ex-boyfriend. I did not catch his name. But they meet up and they're talking, and August is like, well, Aunt Melanie accept monthly payments. Melanie don't want monthly payments. She doesn't trust them to keep them on time, to keep them up, and to not have them like kind of trickle down and fade. She want her money up front. But the lawyer said that he will talk to her and see what he can do. So Yvette, who is Reggie's sister, meets with Melanie. And apparently they are good friends. They like this. So they're out there talking, and apparently Yvette knew about everything. She knew about the loan, and she knew that Bridget was really Reggie's daughter. So Yvette is just on some, I'm staying neutral. I'm not in this. Don't want to know nothing about it. I'm Switzerland. And Melanie said, oh, no, you ain't, because you knew everything. So basically, you going to be on my side, or I'm going to throw you under the bus. Next thing you know, she done got kicked out the company. So August and Bridget, or actually August is at the vineyard. She's working. Bridget comes in looking disheveled, mind you, and said that why didn't her key work? She had to come in through the back like the help. August tells her that wasn't me. That was not me. Must have been my mom. Cue Vanessa. Vanessa comes rushing in, telling her to get the hell out of her vineyard. She's not welcome there. If she needs a recommendation, she would be glad to write her a stellar one. I said, oh no. So Vanessa said that nobody knows how to, do the grapes like she does. They say Christian can learn. She said, okay, well, y'all are fucked. Christian take it personal, but like not for real because you don't know what to do. So Bridget yells out that she is a king. Y'all ain't gonna take that away from her, which she is. She is a king. I said, oh no. This, it went from, somebody tweeted, it started off so well, and then I was like, it just went from sugar to shit. So quickly, everything just came crashing down on this damn show. So August is talking to Yvette, and she feels like she's not ready to run the vineyard. And Yvette tells her, you did, your daddy knew what he was doing. Your father believed in you. You got to believe in yourself. You can do this. Take a moment, breathe. You got this. Kind of on some motivational type aunt to niece vibes. So they're at family dinner once again, and August is throwing out ideas on what they all can do, where they all can cut back so they can start making these payments to Melanie to get her paid off, because they want to get her paid off as soon as possible. So there are well, we can flip this, we can sell this, do whatever. She offers, I think, selling a house in Napa, selling one of the houses, And they're like, nope, can't do that because he already, remortgaged it. So she said that she would, turn her car in. She would stop her shopping. Dana wants to take Christian's money for his bourbon. Christian said, absolutely not. So August suggests, I think, getting rid of like a vacation home, and it's like, we can just stay in a hotel when we go. To which Dana's wife gets mad. Ma'am, you're not even family, okay? You might want to sit this one out. Just fall back and be quiet. So then Dana gets mad and was like, the only reason that Daddy picked you is because he couldn't see me. And he's referring to his height. And he's like, because I couldn't look him in the eye as a man, he would overlook me. But August, you're just a better face for the company. And August reads his ass and was like, no, I'm the one that pitched the company. I'm the one that told Daddy to even buy this vineyard. I got all this stuff in motion while you had your ass at boarding school, catering to some white people's family. And I said, woo, okay. So after she reads him down, Dana's in his little heart box. He gets up from the table, stares at the father's seat, and then he just kind of runs off. And I'm like, it's so messy. It is so messy. So then we have August, Dana, and Vanessa are all meeting up with Melanie at the lawyer's office. Bridget is sitting by her mother because Bridget is on some, y'all been doing me dirty, I'm about to do y'all dirty too. So August makes an offer, a settlement of $5 million up front. And Melanie is like, fine, I'll take that, provided Bridget gets to keep her job. And everybody is like, done. We need her anyways. Vanessa said, absolutely not. That child will be nowhere near my winery. And it's kind of like, Vanessa, on one hand, I get it. If it comes down to you don't want Bridget in the house anymore, girl, fine. You don't want her in the house, cool. We won't have her in the house, whatever. But like, don't run your company into the ground because of something that your husband did back in the day. That girl is innocent in all of this. So Melanie tells her, well, look, we can either do this way, or I can take you to court and all your dirty secrets will be out in the open, and you won't be the perfect family that you guys, you want to try to portray. You won't have that perfect, all put together image. So they're looking at each other like, damn, how are we going to swing this? So we see August goes over to Bridget's house, and Bridget is painting. And August is like, she brought some bottles of wine for them. And she's like referring to her as her sister. Because August, I think August feels we were always more than cousins anyways. So, nothing has really changed for her. Bridget, however, still feels away because she got fired from the company. So she said that she has a plan for her to get her job back, for everybody to come all together. So August is at lunch with her mother, and August is telling her mom, I know you don't think I'm ready. And her mother is like, you're not cutthroat enough. You have to get everybody on your sides and pitch an idea. You got to really, go in balls to the wall with this. So while they're talking about that, August is like, I can be cutthroat. I can do that. So Melanie walks in. And so then all the kids walk in and they kind of ambush her. And they're like, we are going to sit down and talk about this because we are all family. So Vanessa asks Melanie, what the hell happened? How did this happen? Now, I could be wrong, but to my understanding, back when they were just dating, I don't know I think it was in college. This is what I took from it. They were dating in college, Vanessa and Reggie. During a break, it seemed like, when Vanessa was messing with some other guy, Reggie and Melanie hooked up. Still wrong because that's your sister's ex or whatever that's going on. They hooked up. When she got pregnant with Bridget, Reggie kind of wrote her off and iced her out. Reggie and Vanessa then got back together. And Vanessa was like, okay. Was that the only time? What about the time that the two of you got locked out or something? What about the time that y'all were driving back and y'all take a road trip together? What about the time that I was out of town for this, that, and the other? What about the time he was out of town and I couldn't get in contact with you? So basically, they have had this long-standing affair the entire time. And that's why Melanie could not answer that question. That's why they talk on the phone for so much. That's why they talk on the phone so often. And it's probably why Melanie don't really rock with her sister like that, because there probably is some type of residual guilt. So August is looking like, well, fuck this. So lunch is over. Everybody leaves. And Bridget is kind of like, what is going on? But now August is looking at her aunt sideways, because it's like, it wasn't just a one-time thing. Like, you really been legit having an affair with my daddy. Like, what type of shit is that? So they get outside and Bridget is like, wait, we have to fix this. Melanie is like, your dad was not perfect, okay? Your dad had a lot of secrets. He had a lot of skeletons in the closet. It's all about to come trickling out. So while they're talking about, and she's telling me, August, be ready to handle all this shit that's about to come at you. So while they're talking about that, Melanie walks away. August gets a phone call. It's some scream type voice that is like, Reggie owes me money. I expect you to keep up with his payments. Friday, same time, same place. Be on time. And I said, well, damn, you owe a bookie? A loan shark? So, wow. But that was The Kings of Napa, Season 1, Episode 1. The acting was a little shaky. Okay, I'm not even going to lie. There were some cringy moments, but I'm enjoying the storyline so far. If you enjoyed this review, go ahead, subscribe. Hit the thumbs up the video. Have done in the comments down below. Let's talk about this, y'all. Catch y'all in the next one.